I'm Zugile and I'm 23 years old. I'm staying in Philippi.
My name is Sissel. I grew up in Vredenburg.
Masakani and his brothers moved to Cape Town from the Eastern Cape.
My mom and my dad, they used to stay together in town, and then they get divorced, and then my mom, she has to move to stay in a township.
Well, I can remember being a teenager like it was yesterday, and I remember it not being a very easy time. Young people are finding their boundaries and asking lots of questions and trying lots of things out for the first time, and it's a time when they could get into a lot of trouble.
First time when I came there, like, everyone had stories about the school. There was a lot of fights. Oh, there was like drama, dude. Even some of the prefects used to like have dope and stuff on them.
I experienced a lot of bad things during these years I was not studying. I was like drinking, smoking.
I first met Nicole at Marsh Memorial. She was entering her matric year.
People are dealing with mostly drugs and prostitution, especially for the young girls, because they live in poverty and then they want to go make money, and that leads to drugs. And by using drugs, you get to know gangsters.
And they carry weapons,
yeah,
knives. And...
Oh my God. One of my mates' friends was stabbed actually.
But every young person needs a positive role model at that point in their lives.
I've been around a long time. I've raised a couple of daughters, and I see how much they actually need guidance continuously. And you know, then there's a whole lot of people out there who don't have that opportunity. They don't have parents. They're just being brought up away from that family base.
The program is called Transition to Independent Living. We call it the TIL program. Every young person in the TIL program is given a mentor, and the mentors work one-to-one with the mentees.
After a few discussions, we went on a training course, and I've done some mentoring before in the work environment. She introduced me to Cecil, and that's how we began our relationship.
They commit to the program for 12 months, as do the young people. They sign an agreement to each other, and they meet once a week for at least an hour a week.
We talk about general stuff, and I would ask her about advice about personal problems and also academic stuff.
It's helpful for me because I never grow up sitting with someone and share how do I feel.
The first few weeks we were just really getting to know each other, finding common ground, and it was interesting to understand where Cecil comes from, understand what his requirements are, what he's looking to do, how he's looking to better his life, and what his dreams and aspirations are. We found some common ground in rugby and football. I'm a crazy Liverpool supporter. Manchester United. So yeah. We'd have some interesting debates around who's doing what in the Premier League.
The mentor acts as a guide and an advisor and a friend, primarily a friend actually, and then a guide, to advise the young people on how they can go about finding further education, bursaries, employment, and just to live responsibly and independently.
Then she told me that there is this law firm from Joburg, White and Kiss law firm, yeah.
Very kindly they offered to support him. They wanted to mentor him and guide him, and they actually paid his registration fee on the understanding that he will pay it back to them. He's getting great support from a lawyer at White and Case.
She's the one who's helping me to cope with the circumstances. It's my first time and there's a lot of work, so when I'm depressed and all that, she gives me the support, all the support I need.
Nicole is now studying at SIBA, which is a business university in Cape Town, and I actually saw her report last week and she's got some really good grades.
She's doing very well. Yeah, he works with me on the source here.
He has done very well in a part-time job that he started. He started working in a restaurant in town while he was still in school, and they've offered him a full-time job, and he's doing very well there now. And he's also training. He's at college doing a chef's course.
I can say my average percentage is 70-something.
Zukile is getting some great grades. He's struggling in one or two areas, but he's working really hard, and he wants this because he's had a few years since getting his matric, of doing nothing. And now he's got some direction and a goal and some support, and so he's doing really well. Cecil's just moved back to his community. He recently completed a football coaching course, and when I last spoke to him last week, he told me that he's now going to be coaching at the local primary school.
See, what I wanted to do is to bring soccer back in the community, because it takes some kids off the streets.
And Cecil's going to get paid for his work so he can sustain himself. So he's one of our success stories.
Most charities focus on young kids, whereas we've got these young adults who transition into independent living, into real life, if you like. There's very little focus there, and it's such an important area, specifically these young adults who are coming out of homes. And you can see the benefit already, the huge success that we've had in Say Yes.
Some children, they make the wrong decisions about how to live their life and stuff like that, and I think it's a good thing, and it keeps more people like what's on streets and into drugs. That will attract them and like take them out of drug abuse and stuff like that.
The more I learn about it, the more I see that there's a massive need out there, and it's not just for people like Masakani who willingly realize that they need it. There's a whole bunch of people out there who don't realize they need it, and there seem to be a lot of people that sit on the fringe that we need to bring in.
I don't want to go back there now, so I think if I wasn't here at university, I'll be still busy doing those things.